draw my question. It's going to be a great one. I can just feel it. Question is, do you have any music on vinyl, cassettes, or CDs? I am not the oldest person on the staff, so I don't have anything on vinyl. I am the second oldest person on the staff, though, so I do have cassettes and CDs in my basement somewhere in a trunk or box. There's a whole lot of music from the early 90s in there. Some Boyz II Men, In Vogue, Tiffany, Debbie Gibson. That's late 80s. I'm dating myself. Okay, we're done.
I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth.
Uh-oh. Buckle in, people.
I keep grabbing too.
No peeking. That's it.
All right.
Go.
I'm banned. What is my favorite sandwich and what's on it? Ooh. I really like the Vito from Jimmy John's, the Italian one. I take off the tomatoes and put hot peppers on it.
What?
I don't like tomatoes so much. I like spice, so put peppers on. That's pretty good. But in general, just like the Italian meats, salami, stuff like that.
Good stuff.
Okay, let's see. Where would you most like to live and why? Like anywhere?
Anywhere.
Ooh.
No limitations.
I'm a fan of warm. I'm thinking Hawaii sounds pretty good right now. Like, it's getting a little cold here, a little island life, some sun, some volcanoes and hiking, and then beach time and food. Sounds like a happy place.
Flip-flop life.
Flip-flop life. I'm not a big beach person. That just sounds nice during fall break, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So good.
It does. Warm.
Oh boy. Do you ever get nervous? What do you do when you're nervous? I'd be lying if I said I didn't ever get nervous. What do I do when I get nervous? I don't know. I mean, physically, it's usually palm sweats, because it's usually a little mixture of nerves and then also adrenaline kicking in. I'm thinking about a performance or something like that where I will get nervous, and so it's usually that. As a director, when I'm nervous, you'll see me pacing. I'll pace back and forth, and that's just because I really can't control anything once we're in the performance, and I don't like that as a performer, so I just have to pace just to keep myself moving. So that's probably what I would do when I get nervous.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. It says, if you started your own podcast, what would it be about? Coffee. 100% coffee. All coffee, all the time, everything. What's good, what's bad. Mostly what's bad, but coffee.
That's very good.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. What is one of your favorite moments from the show this year?
There are many favorite moments from the show, always, every year. It's really hard to pick favorites, but there's always one moment in each show that I tear up on the sideline, and this year it is at the end of 2. We're in the big arcs, and the Woodwinds kneel down and play the big come together moment, and it's just beautiful. It's played beautifully, and they worked so hard to get to that point in the show even, and it's just a beautiful moment. So that's one. But interestingly enough, this year I have 2, because I always tear up as well at the saxophone feature this year, which is really an awkward emotional state to tear up at funky saxophone music. But they have worked really hard, and to see them kind of all finish there, and we finally got them to the stage, and the Berries on the stage, and all of the difficult work they have to do to even get there, and then to hear them play it at that high of a level is just a really amazing thing to watch and listen to. So those are probably my 2 favorite show moments this year.
is one of your favorite moments of this year's show?
Favorite moments of the show? I mean, like movement 3 as a whole, I feel like is really strong. It's really cool to listen to. There's a lot of really interesting parts and really good features from specific sections. I mean, the sax feature is great. The percussion feature that we're getting is also really good. And then I like the way that it comes together at the end there. So,
Perfect. What is one of your favorite moments from this year's show?
Easily for me, it's the hit and two when we all park and it's the come together theme and like we're in the arcs and the woodwinds go on into the pose and just so full and just rich, and it's like the moment where we physically come together and then the music is just so impactful. I get goosebumps every time. I love
definitely a goosebump moment.
it. Yes, and they play it so well. Like it just makes me happy.
Yeah. Favorite moments from this year's show?
It's tough. I don't like this question because if I had to pick one, I'm not sure I could. The moment where the woodwinds kneel movement 2, that big impact is just an incredible moment. Not only playing wise, but just the way they are, the way they're staged, everything about it, the setup to it. It's just an awesome moment, and the crowd reaction to it always is just spectacular. So that would be one of them. The drum break is just a favorite one of mine. Being a percussionist, the amount of work that they've put in to try to make that work is awesome. And then of course the saxophone feature is just an amazing moment. But there's just so many really cool moments. Just the music alone has just been so much fun. You know, it's one of those shows that I've not gotten tired of as the season's gone along. If anything, I've grown to love it more. So it's really hard to pick one, but I think the culminating moment of it is that come together moment where they play it in the ballad there, and Neil, I think that's just so cool.
Thank you. One of your favorite moments from this year's show?
I think one of my favorite moments is actually just from beginning to end watching everybody's growth, both visually and musically. Everybody made huge leaps and bounds of growth this year. It's a really exciting time to be a part of the Spartan Band program, and can't wait to see what's going to happen next year. So thank you to the seniors for what you've done to get us to this point, and for those of you coming back next year, boy, it's going to be a good time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, leadership, we are happy to announce the winner of the Leadership Camp Photo Scavenger Hunt. I'm going to turn it over to our judges to reveal it.
After months of deliberation, the winner is
Brass.